Good morning, executive of ABC Inc. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to present today. Our team has carefully studied the platform and unique challenge of Detroit is facing. We believe this project is not only about ensuring microbonds, but also build trust, engaging community, and creating a model that can be scaled across other cities in the future. So ABC Inc.'s mission to democratize civic finance and empower residents aligns perfectly with Detroit's urgent need for inclusive solution. In today's presentation, I will show you our market insights, our segmentation and targeting strategy, the positioning of ABC's microbonds, and finally, the marketing plan that will drive adoption and prove the success of this project. Detroit is a city at a crossroads. While it has a proud history, the city now faces significant infrastructure gaps, an estimated $5 billion in unmet needs. At the same time, 35% of households lack of emergency savings, leaving families vulnerable to financial shocks. And yet, the people of Detroit are not without hope. Residents demonstrate high aspirations and a clear desire to see visible improvements in their neighborhoods. This combination of unmet needs and aspiration creates the perfect environment for a community-driven bond solution. However, to succeed, we must address the concern that often hold the residents back. First, financial security. According to our survey to the local residents, 70% of households say the fear of losing money is the top barrier. The second is the neighborhood safety. Up to 58% place this as a priority for investment. And the low financial literacy and distrust of government rooted in past crisis further added to the hesitation come to third. But this challenge is also an opportunity. Residents express a strong desire for transparency. They want to clearly track how funds are used. They also want to free community pride, the sense that their small contribution are helping to rebuild their own city. Our goal is very simple: turn caution into confidence. To achieve this, we identify three clear resident segments. First, everyday earners. 50% of the target group, they're working class families who value safety and stability. They are the most cautious, but also the largest segment. The second is next gen. Take about 30% of the whole. They include young, digital savvy residents who value transparency and influence peers online. After that is neighborhood archer, about 20%. Teachers, pastors, and community leaders whose voices carry credibility and amplify trust offline. But sometimes now they are going to go online, so they can also do some influence online too. By addressing all three groups, we ensure our strategic stretch both scale and depth. Everyday earners give us volume, next gen give us speed, and archers give us credibility. So with this segment in mind, our targeting approach is sequenced for efficiency. We can begin with everyday earners, the largest and the most cautious group, to establish trust and build early adoption. We can also bring a neighborhood archer whose endorsement multiplies credibility across communities. And according to our survey, up to 60% of everyday earners we target as priority, they know all these neighborhood archers. They have some kind of close connection with them in the daily life. Finally, we engage in the next gen segment as accelerator, using the digital channels to spread a message quickly. And they also can help us to recreate the material online using their own voice in their own interesting way. In short, we start with trust and grow with influence. Now, let's position ABC's product. Traditional bonds have a high entry barriers over $5,000, and OPEC process are worried, not mention the limited accessibility. for all this targeted audience we just mentioned. Other blockchain solutions often focus on institution users, involve large-scale, high volatility assets, and require technical expertise. But ABC microbonds, by contrast, offer something different. Entry as low as $25, fully transparent on our platform based by the blockchain technology. And we're starting from the community first orientation, funding projects residents care about, and they can see daily life. They can even check upon those construction progress as they like. This position is unique. It makes civic finance more simple and accessible while keeping the impact large. Then our communication to this target segment follow the 5-step framework. First, we clearly identify the target: family seeking stability, young seeking digital transparency, and leaders who amplify trust. Second, we acknowledge the platform: fear of loss, low financial literacy, and historical distrust. Third, we present the solution: 25th century should be an interesting starting point. Blockchain-based tracking, flexible exits, and milestone-based funding. All these three we have talked about in the previous slides. But now we want to add something very important. We can present and provide the proofs. Just 1 year ago, in a nearby city of Detroit, there is a park as a project named Sunnyland Community Park. This park is raised money for $2.5 million in the same model, which also conducted by ABC company. The project delivered 40% higher park usage after using the foundation to raise the money to do the renovation. And it finished 2 months ahead of schedule, which is about 10 months, and ensure on-time payouts to all these participants. Finally, we should highlight the difference. This will be the choice versus the pilot. It is citizen-focused, scalable, and importantly, the most important thing is the company's product can be buy and exit just using a simple cell phone, which everybody should have it and easy use. So this is a mobile-ready product, ensuring broad access across all demographics. These frameworks take us from skepticism to action with proof and difference as our strongest points. Okay, so now how will we deliver this message? We can deliver all this to the target audience through a multiple channel approach, including local events at church, school, and community fairs to build trust face-to-face, and the media digit through targeted TikTok and Facebook campaign, leveraging short sex stories that resonate with younger residents. And also, we will use the traditional email and SMS drip campaign to explain the process simply and update residents on milestone. We propose allocating roughly 40% of effort to local events, 35% to digital media, and 25% to email and SMS. But all this percentage will be reallocated during the process. We will reevaluate the feedback, the outcome during the whole process. And this balance, the mix, ensure that we meet people where they are both offline and online. That's the structure of the marketing. And also, you will care about the very basic KPI. So here I'm going to give you a very simple concept. So let's call it a pilot phrase, and with the safeguard. We propose a phrase approach with clear KPIs and safeguards, starting from first, we need to have a very clear aim to fully fund within 60 days, creating a quick win to build early confidence. Next, we measure reinvestment. Our goal is at least 35% of participants reinvesting after the 60 days. Tracking through audits and a transparent dashboard, which has been designed on the platform. We just need to guide our audience, the resident, to know from which gap they can see the care, the digits, and the progress from the design dashboard on the app or the website. Finally, for risk control, we are committed to keeping failures under 5%, supported by mobile access and a multi-language option to maximize inclusivity. This phrase structure provides both accountability and adaptability as the program scales. Okay, then when we finish this project, what we can do? The bridge renovation is only our starting point. The potential of this platform goes far beyond a single project. We envision a pipeline that touches every corner of city life. In public safety, microbonds could fund 2,000 new street lights and about dozens safer bus stops. In education, they could upgrade 100 classrooms and expand free Wi-Fi hotspots for children to learn the AI or the digital technology seamlessly. For healthcare, they could support urgent care center and mobile health vans. And in recreation, they could create community gardens and renovate playgrounds, just like what we, the ABC, just do for the Sunnyland, the community park. These examples show the scalability of ABC's platform, offering Detroit's sustainable plan, sustainable path for ongoing transformation. We need to bring ABC's vision, transfer this vision into a voice, and we can express this voice through our campaign, and we need to spread this voice to every corner of the residents. Okay, so it's pretty much everything we can show you. So stepping back, our strategy follow clearly flow. We're starting from research and get the insights. Then in that way, we deeply understand the Detroit residents. And then we identify 3 key groups from the analyze of segmentation and do the targeting. And fourth, we try to positioning and try to design the marketing message that could help us to carve out a unique space for ABC microbonds. Not last, and after that is the channel execution. We already described how we want to deploy a balanced and multi-channel plan. After that, we know everything we need to execute, need to be audited, need to be measured, and after measurement, we need to adjust quickly. So we deliver a visible result that can be showcased citywide. This is how we turn insights into transformation. Last but not least, why ABC should choose us. Let me briefly state why ABC should choose our team. We understand Detroit. We have translated residents' real needs, fears, and aspirations into specific trigger for action. We can deliver clearly rigid SDP and proven 5-step narrative into a complex product, into $25 entry, milestone funding, mobile trunking. We can help to drive trust through those channels rooted in church, schools, and neighborhood events, reinforced by transparency dashboard and SMS updates. We enable growth, a scalable playbook that starts with bridge and expand to safety, healthcare, and education. Within this partnership, ABC won't just market a product. It will pioneer a repeatable model of civic finance where residents invest where they live. And the most important thing is our team, they are all the workers from the city. They know the city. They know their neighbor. They know their needs. They understand their needs. So we think we can do this job and we can change our life. So in conclusion, Detroit presents not only a challenge, but an opportunity. With ABC's platform, even starting from 25 bonds, become a building block of trust, resilience, and pride. This pilot can set the stage for larger projects, not only in Detroit, but across the nation. Thank you for your time and attention. We are confident in our ability to make this campaign a success, and we're looking forward to earning your trust and your vote. to lead this effort. I really, really appreciate your time. Okay, before we officially close, I'd like to invite any question or feedback from you. Your perspective as ABC's leadership is valuable, and we welcome this chance to address your priority and refine our plan. Thank you, and have a good day.